Luxury meets streetwear with the latest collaboration between jewelry brand Tiffany Co. and Nike. But the sneaker has not been free of criticism, from the shoe design to its exorbitant retail price. We'll dive into all of this in this video as we review the Nike Tiffany Co. Air Force 1 1837. Released on March 7th for a whopping retail price of $400, a black Air Force 1 gets an elevated look courtesy of Tiffany Co. The Air Force 1 is synonymous with New York City's culture and history. So it's no surprise really that a New York-based company decided to hone in on the Air Force 1 and give the public a different take on a game-changing shoe. Now we're gonna open up the box and show you all the ins and outs of the sneaker. But before I do, I'm gonna tell you something that might shock you. The 1837 Air Force 1s should have been priced higher. I'll explain why later. Here it is, y'all. The Tiffany blue box with the Nike swoosh check on it. It looks really clean, really well done. You know, Tiffany's had to do it one time for our sneakerheads, right? Give us a jewel, if you will. So why don't we waste zero time to pop this baby open. You see that it got some special paper in here showing y'all some of the inspiration that went into the Tiffany Air Force 1s. But you know what? We're gonna pass all that because we know what the star is right now. It's these babies that are wrapped in here. It's actually interesting that both of the sneakers are wrapped up in this manner when you take it out of the box to kind of build the tension, if you will, to show what we got right over here in all its glory. The Tiffany Air Force 1 1837s, y'all. You see right there the black premium suede material that you got all around the upper. You see the Nike swoosh in the Tiffany blue itself. You'll notice that not all of the sneakers in this premium suede material. Around the toe collar, you do have this leather material. Around the lace lock as well, you also have this leather material, and on the heel tab. But really the basis here, the star of the show, if you will, is that premium black suede with that Tiffany blue swoosh. You'll notice here on the tongue right there, you'll see the Tiffany in script. And on the back, which I think this is the reason why this sneaker is so expensive, is you got a little bit of that Tiffany sterling silver on the sneaker, yo. You have this sterling silver gem. You'll see that it has the New York to symbolize Tiffany being in New York. You'll see the T, and you'll also see 925, which is representative of the 925 parts per 1,000 that go into the making of the sterling silver. That is what brought Tiffany to the dance and is still utilized to this day. So really, really cool that you got that going on there. Then the midsole, it's your standard foam air midsole that you got on every Air Force 1. And then the outsole, your standard Air Force 1 outsole as well. The only really difference that you got here is you have that Tiffany blue popping up on the bottom as well. So this is it, y'all. The $400 Air Force 1s from Tiffany and Nike. Do I think this sneaker is worth $400? Personally, no. Despite the cool details of the Tiffany blue accents, swoosh, and premium suede material, along with the sterling silver plate on the back of the heel, I do think that $400 is a lot to ask for in a sneaker. But maybe to Nike and Tiffany, this is actually affordable, especially when you think of other Air Force 1 models that have dropped in the past, most recently the Louis Vuitton Air Force 1s, being worth 4 figures retail. And honestly, I actually think this sneaker could have been more expensive because of this. You'll notice that the debris on the sneaker is just a black debris. Nothing really to write home about. But on release day of the shoe, Tiffany's dropped a set of accessories for the Air Force 1, one of which were a 2-pack set of sterling silver Air Force 1 debris. The price for the set alone was $250. That's more than the retail price of 2 white-on-white Air Force 1s, y'all. A shoe cleaning brush, $450. A shoe horn, so you can slide your heel into the sneaker was worth $425. And a whistle pendant, $390. Now imagine if just the debris set was used on the sneaker. Are we talking $550, $600, $650? Just for 2 additional sterling silver debris. What about the rest of the accessories in a special Tiffany blue box? We might be in Louis Vuitton realm now. Because if you happen to buy the sneaker for retail along with all of the accessories, you would come out to a total price of $1,915. It's totally understandable to feel slighted by paying $400. But when you look at the bigger picture, the 1837 Air Force Ones really could have been more expensive, which is wild to say. This isn't to thank Tiffany and Nike for giving us a sneaker that was reasonably priced, given all the accoutrement that went around it. I don't think anyone should ever have to pay $400 for a pair of sneakers. But the truth is, people do. Air Jordan 1 Lost and Founds retail for $180. It's worth $445 on StockX in a size 10. Jackie Robinson Nike Dunks retail for $130. It's worth $440 on StockX for a size 10. Alma Maniere Air Jordan 3 Raised by Women retail for $200, $662 for resale on StockX for a size 11.5 women. And if you took resale prices out the equation, Dior Air Jordan 1s, a retail price of $2,000. People do pay a premium for sneakers, it's a fact. And when a luxury brand teams up with a sneaker brand, it's no surprise that we see a much higher price point. Now I enjoy doing the review for y'all and giving you my thoughts on the Tiffany Air Force Ones. I hope you enjoyed this video. I did have to pay the most I've ever paid for a pair of sneakers. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribing to the channel and liking this video would really mean a lot to me. And if you enjoyed me talking about the ridiculous price of this sneaker, you'll really enjoy this conversation I had with Mike about the Mischief Big Red boots and something that this shoe is telling us about the future of sneakers.